Now, page 4. Why it is our fundamental duty now more than ever to question authority. It is crucial that we, the people, hold elected temporary politicians accountable for their responses to the Wuhan coronavirus. This entire lockdown of our society and shutdown of our economy is 100% government-induced. The virus did not cause the toilet paper shortage and the crash of the stock market. Government, through their accomplices in the mainstream media, caused our society to cease to function normally and panic. And so why are so many millions of United States citizens just fine with their governors suspending their constitutional rights? Why is this acceptable? Answer, because too many people are scared. But who scared them? Why, the government and their operatives in the mainstream media. Thus, the governors of California and New York and Illinois and Virginia can issue draconian anti-constitutional edicts without any fear of legal remedy or of any political recourse. It's for your own good, they tell us, of course. No, you're not allowed to assemble and worship on Easter Sunday, the most important celebration for all denominations of Christianity. No, you're not allowed to do anything en masse, in a group, as is protected in the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. And the majority of residents of these blue states, they're okay with it. A complete and total annihilation of 2/5 of the First Amendment. Poof, gone. Fundamental constitutional rights unilaterally suspended by some governor of some state for some very questionable reason. You see how this fits so nicely together for authoritarian leaders who wish to permanently walk away from this crisis with more centralized government power. The politicians scare the daylights out of people, and then they step back and they say, oh, look, people are scared. We better do something. And boy, do they. And so now, if you simply go out for a walk in a park, or perhaps look out at the moon, and you're so-called non-essential, or you don't have your papers proving that you are so-called essential, then you are now subject to a fine and or imprisonment. This is a problem, ladies and gentlemen. I have been telling you this for about 3 weeks now. They can't tell you to place yourself under house arrest or else. We have this crazy thing called the Declaration of Independence, whose theme is all about liberty and freedom and God-given rights. The cure for the Wuhan coronavirus is way more dangerous than the disease itself. That much is clear. So you people in California, time to push back. Resist these anti-constitutional edicts. If enough people say no to these radical governors and mayors, then maybe you get your rights back. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. This virus is serious, and it should be taken seriously. But so should your constitutionally protected rights, which includes what used to be quite prominent in our DNA, Americans' fundamental duty to question authority. However, at this moment in time, it's not happening in the nation's most populous state and in the nation's most populous county, Los Angeles, and its totalitarian, nice guy mayor, Eric Garcetti.
Being able to go for a jog on the beach, hike up in a canyon in the Santa Monica Mountains. But it was reckless and it was dangerous because spending time in crowded places allows COVID-19 to prosper, to spread.
See now, you never want to get the facts in the way of a good narrative, right? You have Los Angeles residents cooped up for what, a couple weeks now? Trying to go out and use the trails, apparently, around Los Angeles. There's plenty of open spaces around LA. They can't use the beaches because they're patrolling them and keeping people off the beaches. They're taped off now. So these people are looking at some hiking trails, and they're going out and they're getting some exercise. Shouldn't people be exercising right now? It is the cold and flu season. Part of the ways we fight back colds and flu and the Wuhan coronavirus is to stay healthy. How in the world are you supposed to stay healthy by being locked down, a prisoner of your own home? It is completely counterintuitive. I don't care how dirty gymnasiums are. I know when I go work out, I've been working out in gyms for 30 years. I know that they're virus petri dishes. I take that risk, and I take precautions. But I should be in the gym right now during this time more than ever. Instead, they shut down the gyms. They shut down the beaches. They shut down the parks. And they threaten you with fines. And the numbers don't add up. The numbers do not add up. Los Angeles County has a population of 10 million people. 10 million people in Los Angeles County. Right now, they have 2,400 diagnosed cases of the Wuhan coronavirus. Now, stick with me on these numbers. 10 million residents, 2,400 cases of the Wuhan coronavirus. But really, in reality, it's probably, who knows, 24,000, maybe 240,000 people walking around LA County with the Wuhan coronavirus. It's out there. This is the denominator that's a moving target, but it continues to grow as we test more and more. But the numerator is very consistent. The numerator is the number of dead in LA County so far, and it's 37 people. 37 people in a population of 10 million. You know what the mortality rate is of when you run those numbers? It's 0.0000037. That is the actual red, white, and blue bottom line, empirical, numerical value in Los Angeles right now. And so we have the mayor of Los Angeles coming out there every day, looking a lot like the Ayatollah Khomeini, only he has an American flag behind him, in a very surreal setting that only George Orwell would approve of if he was writing the follow-up, the sequel to 1984. He would have a guy like Eric Garcetti out there telling the people of a major city on the globe that you can't go outside unless he says it's okay. I'm sorry, I have a problem with that. Yes, we got to take this virus seriously. Yes, we need to wash our hands. Yes, if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. But we've got to live our lives. Because if they do it now for this reason, they're going to do it again in the future for another reason. So think about life 6 to 12 months from now. Think about back to normal after allowing these temporary politicians to dictate to you when it's okay to go outside, when it's okay to go to the park, when it's okay to go to the restaurant or the gym or church. And ask yourself this question: what is to stop these politicians and those in the future from doing this again?
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.